bring everything but the hog. I think we eat nothing but grass, what you talking about? I'm about to jump into the whip and hit the Whole Foods early. Get everything to get that soul food working, like mac and cheese, the collard greens, the black eyed peas, and get a roast of that tofu turkey. Got cornbread, even got stuffing. Mashed potatoes so good, put your hand in it. String beans, and you know we got yams with it.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm actually out at the V in the park here in Balloch O'Dee. Absolutely amazing place. Such scenery, such wildlife out in the middle of nowhere. It's absolutely great. Such a lovely place. They'll be having a lot of different vegan events on this week. Vegan speakers, workshops, such likes. So I'm obviously camping here. It's, let's say, it's the first vegan camp out here in Scotland, which is absolutely amazing to get this off the ground, because Scotland needs this so much, guys. I really look forward to it. I'm actually here until Sunday morning because my wife isn't well, so we've got somebody looking after her Friday and Saturday night, and then I've got to travel back on Sunday. So I'll show you some amazing things, guys. I'm going to show you round about the campsite just now and let you see what it's exactly like before everybody parks up. Where I think we're the first few here, so absolutely amazing. Like I say, up in these hills here, you see the sheep and everything. It's absolutely great. Such nourishment for the soul to be in this kind of nature and environment. So I'll speak to you all soon and let's show you around it. So guys, it's only less than 6 o'clock in the morning. It's been absolutely amazing at the first day at Vegan in the Park. This setting is absolutely lovely. The animals just roaming free. I mean, look at the place. Absolutely beautiful. Look at the countryside. It's absolutely amazing. Here you get here, Balloch O'Dee Campsite. Pull in, pitch up, chill out. What a lovely, lovely place, guys. Look at the sunset just setting. It's been absolutely amazing. It really, really has. I just can't think of a better place for it to be. It really is lovely. So, I'm just going to head back down. I just thought I'd come up for a little walk. It's been absolutely, like I say, it's been really, really lovely up here. It really has. The weather's been absolutely amazing, which has made it so much better. Like I say, I met so many new friends as well, talking to all new people. They're all so lovely. Like I say, just great people all getting together and spending time together, and that's what it's all about, being there for the animals. So today there's a lot on, so I'll hopefully show you quite a bit of footage today, but I'll speak to you all soon, guys.
That we've been doing for the last year or so, and we find it to be very effective. And this is street activism is kind of the thing we're going to be talking about today, but we also encourage, if that's not for you, we encourage everybody to get active in their own ways. Whatever you feel brings the animal rights movement, you should go out and do that.
Yeah, so first of all, we just want to let you know, so we are not full-time activists, so we are just regular people, just trying to do as much as we can, so, and not everyone can be full-time activists, so there will be later on a couple of guys having different workshops who are full-time activists and traveling around different countries, and but we just want to show that that how important it actually is that everyone is doing as much as we can. So, and like I have a job and Ellen and I study, so we just contribute as much as we can, if it's 3-4 hours a week or more. So just want to highlight the importance of that. So, and to be honest, that's what all the workshop is about. So can people raise hands, please, first of all, who is actually doing work, any kind of activism? Okay, so maybe half is doing already. So yeah, so maybe half, yeah, so that's good, yeah, so good to know. So we'll be targeting maybe the other half a little bit more, so, but so yeah, so we'll basically, you wanna go on, yeah, so you can take part in and just contribute in that way. So it's just yeah, so there's always a way how you can contribute to things, and that's what we are encouraging, and search for different types of activism as well. So but we'll go into more details just now, yeah. So
and it's highly effective. Just to put into perspective why we do what we do, I mean, we've been here for maybe 5 minutes now, but every second in the UK, 250 animals are killed just for food consumption. And that's every second of every day, just in the UK. So that's why we're here to fight for the animals and speak for them. And even though they, people say kind of they're voiceless, and it's not that they don't have a voice, it's just that people are not listening. You know, they scream and they struggle, but people just are turning a blind eye. You know, it's all done behind industry walls, and we're here to kind of break down this industry wall and present to people. People always think they're good people, you know. So yeah, how it works. We would normally set up in a cube formation. I've been wearing masks, either UV masks, or some groups wear expressionless masks. You don't even have to wear a mask. Some people wear sunglasses, you know, just whatever your group feels comfortable with. So that's obviously an option that you can tweak. We present the footage in a very aesthetic manner. So we stand very straight and kind of robotic. The more seriously we behave in the demo, the more seriously we hope the public will take it. Because a lot of people think veganism is a joke, they do. And they'll make fun of you, probably be mocked for being vegan at some point in your life, but we want to present a good front, if that makes sense. At our demos, we don't allow anyone to wear any animal products, so like no leather, no fur, no wool. Faux stuff is fine, like fake stuff, but just, I understand that people have second-hand stuff, and I'm not saying that you can't wear that, but at a demo it's very confusing to a member of the public if you're wearing like a real leather jacket and showing footage from a dairy slaughterhouse where cows are being skinned, you know, like that's a very mixed message. So just at demos we ask that people don't wear animal products. Therefore, like all their conditioning, we're trying to break it down, but allow them to come to their own contribution. So again, we're not forcing things down their throat in that respect. They're here out of their own will, they can leave at any time, right? And that's kind of how it works in the most basic sense, but I'll let Nicholas move on to this.
Yeah, so basically, some comments as well about the mask. So some people don't like it, some people find it scary. So why do we do that? First of all, so from the volunteers, activists' perspective, so if you're in a cube and you are without a mask, you might feel like in a spot. So, and a lot of people do not feel comfortable, so that's partially for the benefit of the activists, the volunteers themselves, who are in the cube. So, from other, as Tony mentioned, so the masks are, the guy of masks, they are extremely familiar, so almost everyone knows them, and people might come to see the video not for the reason for the animal, but they think it's something is hacking and things like that. So I just draws people in, yeah. So and majority of the people might leave, but still they see the footage, they might be interested, and it's just a good promotion, selling way, to be honest. So, however, the thing is, so it does depend on the groups as well. So you might. The thing is, in one city, you might have 15 people who are extremely comfortable to stand in a queue without masks, and they find it more effective, and the public is approaching them better. So, experiment. That's what I would recommend if you want to get started things up in your city. Just experiment, see what you feel comfortable with, because not one standard will not work for everyone. So I think you need to go with the flow, so see how things go and what works for yourself.
YouTube channel. I consider myself really lucky. Not only have I found my life's purpose, I get to live it every day. What could be more rewarding than promoting this lifestyle that can save people's lives, save animals from terrible suffering, and potentially, if we all act fast enough, help save the fate of the entire planet for future generations. But I'm sorry to say, I haven't always been vegan. Just a few short years ago, I was probably eating more animal products than anyone else you've ever met. In a misguided attempt to try and grow muscle as quickly as possible, I ended up consuming 500 grams of animal protein every single day. I would eat my way through a 10-kilogram box of chicken breasts and guzzle down 42 pints of milk every week. I'd cram in lots of tuna and eggs and the odd steak and wash it all down with copious amounts of whey protein. I've been sold a lie, the world's most dangerous lie. I was convinced that we need meat for protein, milk for calcium, and fish oils for omega-3. Since then, I've learned the truth. Virtually every single essential nutrient in animal products originates from plants. Take protein, for example. I like to break it down like this. Meat is muscle tissue. Meat is made out of plant protein. Whether the animal ate the plants directly or they ate another animal that ate those plants, that's where it all comes from. Whether we choose to ingest protein from animal products or the original plant source, our digestive system breaks it down into its constituent amino acids before it enters our bodies through the wall of the small intestine. From there, we take these building blocks and shape them into whichever proteins we require. So in terms of muscle growth, the source of these amino acids is completely irrelevant. However, to eat meat for protein is akin to eating mud because we're after the water. What we don't want is all the excess baggage. Cholesterol, trans fats, sat fat, natural and artificial hormones, antibiotics. The sad fact is, the vast majority of our friends and family members will die at their own hand because of what they choose to put in their mouths. Naysayers will tell you that a vegan diet cannot be natural for humans because it lacks 2 essential nutrients. While in warmer climates, such as the tropics where we evolved our physiology, we can produce all the vitamin D we need from the action of the sun. And prior to the age of industrialization, our soils and drinking water were teeming with vitamin B12. Times have changed. Many now need to take advantage of a supplement, but it's not just vegans. The majority of B12 found in animal products is only there because it's given to the animals in supplemental form. And your average omnivorous eater typically consumes a mere 130 IUs of vitamin D per day. Health authorities are now in agreement. The number we should be targeting is between 1 and 2,000. Now some interesting stats. Did you know that on average, vegetables contain 16 times more nutrients than meat? If we look at that on a cost basis, vegetables then come out at 48 times more nutritious. And the anti-cancer, anti-aging, antioxidant nutrients are 64 times more prevalent in plant foods versus animal products. So now tell me, who's more likely to be nutrient deficient? Since my progression to veganism, I've more than doubled the strength of my eyesight. I've cured my hay fever and the chronic tendinitis that were plagued me from all my heavy weightlifting and bag punching. It's been nothing but a boost to my performance in the gym.
Evolved into showing more about my family life. My wife's involved, my kids are more involved. So we changed our name to Family Freedom, and in doing that, the amount of non-vegans on the channel has just skyrocketed, and the amount of people in the last 9 months that we've been doing it that have confirmed they've come on the channel, they've been inspired to go vegan as a result of watching us, is almost double the time in the previous 2 years or so. So clearly it's heading in the right direction. And it's great as well that being a dad, I can just show you everyday life. I don't have to come away from my kids, I don't have to plan videoing and stuff like that. But outside of that, I like to get out to schools as well. I go and do talks at junior schools, high schools, colleges, universities. So if anyone thinks that's something they would like up in Scotland, speak to me afterwards. I do it for free. But I also think it's quite valuable to get to festivals and events like this, to speak to vegans, to talk about the community, what's going on, sharing ideas. And what I'm going to be talking about today is what I've noticed in the last 2 to 3 years with regards to the progression of the UK vegan movement and the community as well. Being a dad, I guess I'm not as directly involved in a lot of things that may happen in the outside world, so I almost watch things from a distance, and I've noticed a lot. And what I'm sharing with you today, I'm not going to profess is 100% accurate and everything like that, and no arguments against it. It's just my observation. It's just my perspective. Everyone else has a difference of opinion, and ultimately my aim today is to just inspire the most positive progression of this movement. It, like, combined with a university professor, there was a lot of said about how accurate it is it just based on environmental views and values? But there was also probably a more accurate one a year before that by the Vegan Society, and they said veganism's increased 360% in 10 years. And they reckoned at that point it's 542,000 vegans. Coming out of interest, they find out about information. It's a real good positive way. And this has got so popular now that it's almost too popular. You sometimes get 2 or 3 festivals on a certain day. You do well to find a weekend in the UK when there isn't a vegan festival. That's how crazy it's got now. I almost feel there needs to be some sort of vegan festival organiser for the UK who could just spot when everyone has one, because sometimes there's like 3 in one area in the same year or 4 in one area. but it's a real positive sign that this is how much it's grown. We've also seen loads and loads of successful campaigns hitting the mainstream. This was the Veganuary campaign. They had this at the beginning of last year, and it was on the London Underground. They had 2,000 posters on the London Underground talking about animal exploitation and that veganism is the solution, and trying it for January as a start. This year, however, they had it in London, in Manchester, some places in America and Australia too. And they had 165,000 people sign up online to try vegan for January, which was triple what they had the year before. So it goes to show that these are powerful. We've also got this one. I don't know if this reaches up to Scotland, but I know it gets around different cities in the UK. The Go Vegan World campaign. So this will involve direct and provocative posters talking about animal exploitation and that being vegan is the solution.
So guys, that's me just back from V in the Park. As you can see, I'm absolutely burnt to bits. I really am. It was an amazing time, meeting so many people. Great people, all sharing love and compassion for each other, supporting one another as well. It was absolutely great. I just can't wait to next year, and it's really fired me up and inspired me so much. Actually as well, I got this amazing shirt from actual V for the Animals. As it says there, a great thing he's doing. He's actually cycling all over for PDSA at the moment. He cycled all the way from Manchester. He's an amazing guy. So it says on the shirt, "To Tommy, massive fan, keep doing what you're doing. Pleasure to finally meet. Don't eat animals, it's weird. Chris, V for the A, V for the Animals." So as you can see here guys, if my phone will actually focus, this is his Instagram account. He's actually amazing, like I say. It says, "Vegan for the Animals. Animals teach us that happiness is as simple as eating greens and doing a bit of cardio. Newbie Runners member." And he's got his Just Giving page, which he's actually just recently set up. Chris Greenbank, ran Manchester half, now cycling to Scotland for PDSA because animal charities need our help, and I'm a cool cat. He's actually got £263.36 raised of the 2,000 target by 20 supporters. So I'll actually put the link down in the description below guys. Please go and show him love and support. Donate as anything you can, even doesn't matter how little it is, because he deserves it and so much more. So like I say, it was absolutely amazing. It really was. It's inspired me so much, and next year I'll actually hopefully do a talk at that one, and I'm actually looking into do a talk at Vegan Campout next year as well. Activism all the way guys, I'm taking it to the next level, I really am. But it was absolutely amazing. Like I say, it was empowering vegans to come together. It was a nice cosy atmosphere, absolutely chilled out. It was absolutely amazing. But I'll let Vegan Geezer take it away now, because I really implore you to watch this right to the end. This explains why we're vegan and why we've got to keep getting out and pushing and be compassionate to each other guys. Remember, as always, binge on life, purge negativity and starve guilty feelings, and be kind to every kind. The only difference is your perception. Take it away, Vegan Geezer, and I'll speak to you all in the next video.
I stand here before you, asking you to come and unite, and make veganism a powerful beacon of light. I plead for you all to say, come, unity, and unite as one beautiful community. Community. This feeling of togetherness shouldn't be new to me, but the uncertainty of this is still plaguing some. But we should put that to the side and come together as one. Because a collective of others can be a powerful force, and to mix and to mingle is something we all endorse. And the joy of unity is something that's natural to feel, because being involved together is what we yearn for real. But first, let's take it back to the time when you discovered the gift that is veganism and the truth was uncovered. So much power in this truth. You of course felt compelled to share, but when you tell your friends and family, they simply don't care. And so you reach out further, and eventually you find another living and breathing vegan whose thinking is aligned. There's a simple and immediate connection, no need to break any ice, as your united ethical stances already confirm that you're both nice. And the overwhelming excitement that you realise there are others after you worried you were all alone, but now you've gained a new sister or brother. And you too, vegans, become more. The foundations of a community are laid, and before you know it, a nice little V-gang has been made. And there is a buzz in the air, as this lifestyle is giving you all of the things you couldn't foresee. Acceptance, love, trust, hope, joy, friendship, and a new family. And the beauty is, we are all different, all of unique personalities. We come in all different sizes, shapes, colours, ages, with different backgrounds and nationalities. You realise the barriers that separate you from others were just built up from your fear. But in this community, the barriers don't just go down, but they completely disappear. As you have reset yourself to your human nature, and now instinctive intuition is your guide. And although we all wear different war paint, we are all compassionate warriors on the same side. And the great thing is, this is only growing and growing. On the up is the only way that this movement is going. But that is only if we see that all of our energy must be focused 100% with positivity. Because negativity and fear are only going to breed an attitude and direction that we really don't need. Because cracks can appear in even the strongest of walls. And if the foundation crumbles, it could all definitely fall. We're a passionate bunch. So of course emotions are going to run high. We all have different ideas that sometimes others will defy. It's because it's important to us. It invokes emotions some of us have never ever felt before. We all so desperately want change, and so we want to be sure that every other brother and sister is only focused on what we see as a priority. But we need to step back and realise that not one of us is the vegan authority. Because this clashing with each other and falling out and causing these infighting wars is all pointless when we realise we are all fighting the same cause. And it can only weaken this community if we break up into different sections, because a movement is a lot less effective if we're moving in different directions. So let's refocus this passion and energy and take veganism higher, and don't let that water of passion you have boil over and put out the fire. Remember what it was that inspired you to choose to be vegan, why you felt it was so important. What was that vital reason? You wanted animals to be free. You wanted the planet to stay alive. You wanted to live healthily and every single one of us to thrive. I remember when you first spoke out, or the first vegan thing that you shared. You had stepped out into the world and you had proudly declared that you want there to be change and you want the truth to be known. So remember, there are others that want the same, and that we should not moan, because being our own worst enemy is what could damage veganism the most. So instead, have understanding and tolerance for every different approach. Extend that recognition of equality to each other. Embrace it, but just resist the temptation to condemn another vegan, especially while meat eating still exists. Instead, we should unite together with love, because that is the most powerful way to go. Because a love-fueled desire to fight injustice will overpower any ego. As together we make more of a difference with our message being amplified. And with one united voice of compassion, we will not be denied. I mean, just look at the progress that's been made already, and look how much this movement has grown. Was there only 1% of vegans in the entire world? But yet somehow we make ourselves known. And the world doesn't even know how to deal with us. We're a group like they have never seen, because we bring truth, logic, we destroy all other arguments, and we are stocked full of protein. The only way that we should even be mentioning veganism is in a positive way. Those negative stories against it, don't even give them the time of day. Just see them as a sign that we are doing the industry some damage, and them lying about veganism is the only way that they can manage. Because when we are positive and we avoid the condemnation of those that aren't even vegan, we ensure positive association, and we destroy the negative and create a new feel-good hype, and we change the public perspective to a positive vegan stereotype, and then veganism being shown in a positive light is all they will ever know, and those militant, extremist, angry stereotypes will ever so slowly go. In fact, most people will see us and have no option but to believe that it's 100% right to be living vegan in this world. So I ask you with love, come and unite. And I hope that there comes a time in our lives where all of us will be seeing a world that doesn't even need this community, because we'll just be a collective of humans that are just being. A time when the word vegan doesn't even exist, because not eating animal products will be the norm. But the existence of this peaceful world will be because of the community that we now form. So be conscious of your contribution. Become that example of positivity. Don't give anyone any excuses. Just be that change you want to see. Because most people just see us, they think we're just a group obsessed with fruit and veg. But when it comes to changing and saving this planet, we are the leading edge. Thank you, guys.
Binge on life, purge negativity and starve guilty feelings. Speak to you all soon and love you so much.